It is officially football season as we kick things off with the new Minnesota Vikings kicker, Will Reichard, who joins me today. And Will, thank you for joining me. First and foremost, congratulations on achieving a lifelong dream. I know this moment is a special opportunity for you in your life. And just speaking of that, what does this moment mean to you now that you've had a few days to kind of let it soak?
Yeah, I still think that it's still soaking in a little bit. It's kind of hard to believe that I got drafted by the Minnesota Vikings. What a great franchise to play for, and what a great opportunity I have to come in and compete and be a part of a great team and continue to try to build relationships and win games. So super excited to go ahead and get up there next week.
Nice, man. And I'm sure some of your college teammates are happy to have you here. Speaking of college teammates, Dallas Turner, who was recently drafted by the Vikings, he was on radio earlier this week, and someone asked, how would you describe Will Reichard? He had 3 words to describe you: cold-blooded sniper. When you hear those 3 words, how does that resonate with you?
So the mentality that I have personally is an assassin's mentality. So that kind of goes hand in hand. I try to just be super locked in, and you only get one shot, so one shot, one kill kind of mentality. And I actually saw Dallas at the facility yesterday, first time I've seen him since we got drafted, and we kind of connected eyes and just embraced a big hug, and we were both super excited. He told me some things about when he got to go up to Minneapolis and visit, so super excited to be on the same team as him again, for sure.
How would you describe Dallas's play? Also, I mean, Kyrie Jackson, you played with him a couple of years at Alabama. So just those 2 guys together, how would you describe their styles of play, understanding you'll be teammates with them again?
Dallas, I feel like he's just like a savage. Like he's just looking in your eyes and you can just tell that he's ready to go. He's gonna whip you. Like he's gonna get the best of you. He's super. Like you just look in his eyes and you can just tell. Kyrie, he likes to do a little trash talk. He used to play gunner for me on special teams.
Okay.
He played some special teams at Alabama, and he can talk some trash, but he's got that look in his eye too. Like he's gonna whoop you up and down the field.
I love that, man. You're talking about trash talk. We did a mini film room with Kevin O'Connell earlier this week, and after some of your field goals, when he was breaking down some of your highlights of college, after some of your field goals on makes, you would talk trash to the opposing team. And you don't usually see that from a kicker, but Kevin O'Connell was very excited when he saw that. For you, where does that energy or where does that competitive edge stem from?
Yeah, I think like when I'm on the field, I get super competitive, and whenever something goes, because everybody likes to crap on the kicker, everybody likes to do this and do that, especially like if you miss, people are going to talk trash to you. So I like to try to, back it up a little bit with my own self-talk sometimes whenever I'm super in the mode.
In my opinion, outside of the quarterback position, the kicker position is the most pressured position, at least for a specialist. For you, being a kicker in those pressure situations, how do you process that pressure?
I think like it just goes back to the work that you put in. I think you just try to rely on your preparation. Being a kicker, you've hit 1,000 kicks over and over, throughout the years, and you've hit that kick from that same exact spot probably hundreds of times. So just trying to rely on your technique, rely on your muscle memory, and just go out there and do what you know how to do.
Got it. Are there any kickers that you grew up watching or you tried to emulate your game afterwards?
Not really.
Okay.
When I was growing up, football was, I kind of joined football to get my dad told me to join football to get a little bit more tough. I was a big soccer player growing up, and so I was big into soccer. And then when I was just happened to be really good at kicking, I kind of just started to really work on that and hone in on that. But back then, Adam Vinatieri was the best kicker in the league. So that's someone that I definitely watched, but I never really tried to emulate anyone, I don't think.
I love it, man. Well, look, I look at this as an opportunity now that you're in the NFL, that a lot of younger kickers in college and high school, you give them an opportunity to look up to you. So I'm interested to see how the next few years go, but understanding that, the last few years as far as the kickoff goes, it hasn't been as relevant as it is now. The NFL just implemented a new rule to change the kickoff to basically make it more prominent. For you, have there been any conversations when it comes to what those new kicking rules will look like for you in particular?
Oh yeah, I've already started to do like different stuff. Obviously, there's going to be a bunch of different strategies across the league. I'm sure every coach has their own type of kick that they want, but I've been working on a bunch of stuff, especially after the combine, and I was getting ready for pro day and some private workouts. I knew that some teams would want to see some certain stuff, so I've been working on that stuff and feel pretty comfortable with it already.
Man, I'm looking forward to seeing just how that looks. I mean, the NFL has never seen it, so for you to be year one and be a part of that, like that, I believe that's going to be really exciting. And for me, I mean, I guess for you, do you think the new rules, I guess, change the value or increase the value as far as for the kicker position?
I definitely think that it puts more value on field goals for sure.
Okay.
Um, not saying that everybody can hit the new kickoff rule, but it definitely takes like the big, strong leg kickoff guys, makes it harder for them, I think. Because I think with the new kickoff rule, like if you put enough practice into placement and trying to hit like a low liner, I mean, there's going to be all different sorts of types of kicks, but I think if you do a little practice at it, pretty much everybody that has NFL field goal talent will be able to do it. So I do think that it makes a difference on who people will see in the league for sure.
Nice, man. Look, my last question for you is regarding team and chemistry, because I just read an article about how usually specialists, when they're in meeting rooms, they kind of meet separately from the offense and defense, and they have their own meeting times. But for you, when you were at the University of Alabama, you made it an effort to be a part of the team and actually be with some of those offense and defensive guys. How do you approach camaraderie and chemistry when it comes to a specialist position that doesn't get a chance to meet with the offense and defense on many occasions during the week?
Yeah, I think I just approach it as like any other position. Like, I just go in there and try to be teammates and try to be friends with everybody on the team, try to hang out outside of, football activities. And I think it's important to try to get to know each other, see what, you have in common, see what you can relate to, and just know each other as a person, because it's a lot easier to play well on the field when you know who you're playing for and who you're playing with. So I think that's always super important.
It's awesome. Well, look, now you're playing for the Minnesota Vikings and you're playing with two of your former college teammates, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the future looks like for yourself, man. Congratulations, and get here to Minnesota safely.
No doubt. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.